And welcome back to another week of episodes here on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. This is Luke Young with Mike Gannon in the studio in Oklahoma City. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, and thank you for listening online or on the Facebook, because we are live there as well. Gospel Station Sports and Talk, of course. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I was down in Texas again. I had a great weekend myself. It's a nice little 3-hour drive to go down there, so it's close to 6 hours round trip, and of course you got to deal with the traffic up I-35. But as far as the actual trip itself, the days went really well, so I was happy about that. My sister's senior night, so we got to go down there and celebrate her a little bit, going through all of these first lasts in high school, if you will.
Yep.
Hey Mike, how are you doing, man? How was your weekend?
Yeah, my weekend was good. I got to watch a lot of football, and all my teams won. So hey, I was happy.
Nice.
Unlike last weekend when all my teams lost.
Yeah. No kidding. It feels like that's getting rare and rare that all our teams win in the same weekend. But hey, there were some pretty good games, right? OU, Dallas, those went well.
Yeah.
I was wondering if they were going to play Mateer, but he's back fully. No more resting for him.
Swelling went down and his accuracy came back. Hey, what a kind of concept, folks.
Crazy. I know. But speaking of college football, how about all the upsets we had there? There are a lot of people out there all their teams did not win last weekend.
Yeah.
I've got them literally all on my phone, or at least part of them. The big ones, we'll say.
Yeah.
LSU, Miami, Ole Miss, Texas Tech.
Uh-huh.
Those are some of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
I was watching I think it was the Vanderbilt game, the LSU Vanderbilt game for a little bit. So I caught a little bit of that one, but I actually missed a lot of those being gone and doing stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about them all here. We'll kind of recap a little bit of what happened over the week, talk about some of the storylines now going forward. Of course, new AP poll is out. I think Texas has leapfrogged OU again in the new AP.
Yes, they have.
Which, yeah, it's just that kind of year for college football. I can't even lie.
It's Ohio State, and then it's just a hodgepodge of everybody else between 1 and 18 fighting for all the other spots in the postseason tournament. That's all that is.
Whoever doesn't lose that week gets the next spot.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is. But before we get into all of that, we're going to start on the local scene, go into some local sports, talk about some awards and some schedules coming up before we get on and go. We've got a guest coming on the latter half of the show, by the way, so stick around for that. Let's start right here in Bethany, Oklahoma. The all-district awards are being released for softball right now. They're being announced. We've already had a couple of players getting honorable mentions. Berkeley Johnson and Emma Geisler both are honorable mentions to 2025 all-district softball team, so congrats to those two players. And I'll keep an eye out on the Bethany Broncos activities and athletics to see when more are announced. But yeah, Johnson, outfielder, Geisler, outfielder. We saw them many, many times over this past year come up in big spots. So.
Absolutely deserving. They played fantastic this year.
Absolutely. And, when you see those two players, right, and they're the honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Right, then you say, okay, well, how about the skill level of the players that made the team?
Yeah.
Or second team, whatever you get. That's pretty impressive. That's even just that is pretty impressive. I made academic all honors, or all district.
Dang.
I didn't make athletic all district. I made academic, but hey, that's cool.
That's cool.
To each their own, right? And we've all got something we're good at. Nah, I really am impressed with them, happy for them. Of course, volleyball just got done with the state tournament. We were bounced in the semifinals to the eventual champion, Community Christian.
No shame in that. If you made the Final Four and you get bounced by the eventual champion, no shame.
No, going in, we kind of knew that was what would really be the championship game because Community Christian came back and swept Victory Christian 3-0. I don't even know if it was a game.
Wow.
Yeah, so we all knew Bethany Community Christian was the championship in 4A this year.
It was back in the day whenever there was Dallas and San Francisco were playing each other during the Johnson and Switzer era. That was always the joke was that's the real Super Bowl because the Super Bowl itself is going to be a blowout.
When we were doing that one, I don't know if you remember, but I said before the thing, I don't know how this is the semifinal matchup we got. this is not going to be a sweep. One of these teams is at least going to win one, which is exactly what ended up happening. It might have been the only match across that entire tournament where the losing team took one set.
Yep.
That's the kind of competition you were dealing with in Class 4A this year. Everybody that won big.
Yep.
There were some very good teams in Class 4A. Obviously, the Royals winning the whole thing. They were number one coming in, favorites to do it. Had beat Bethany a couple times in the regular season already. Just them, man. I mean, I can still think about it. Those girls are good. They're a different level. Them and Bethany both.
Them and Bethany both, like, as you were always saying, it was. And if you go back and look at our Facebook postings during the regular season, when you see the Bethany players, and then is the Community Christian game up still?
Actually, I put
one of the at least maybe one of the regular season games is up.
All of them should be on our YouTube now, including the playoffs.
Okay, and with the video, right?
Yeah, the regular season has the video.
Yeah, so you actually see just how good Community Christian was. They were a mirror image of Bethany. They were mirror images of they were almost player by player. It was really freaky, and the skill levels were almost comparable as well. So that was kind of what was amazing. And didn't Bethany lose a couple of key players from last year's team to this year's team?
Yeah, there were definitely a few seniors that graduated, and coming into this playoffs, Emma Saylor was out with a wrist injury.
Bingo.
So she was also not playing in this tournament, which unfortunate, big loss. But I will say, everybody stepped up that did need to step up.
Everybody stepped up, and they absolutely played the lights out the best they could. But that's happens when you know. There's not a team that the entire team in its entirety regularly comes back the following year. So there are changes, and and then that just happens. But as I said, no shame losing to the eventual state champion.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, someone's got to win, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in a matchup like that, you can't both win. Someone's going to move on, someone doesn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might as well give a shout out there to Kiara O'Hearn and Vivian Flinton, who played in those final games and really lit it up. I mean, really stepped up big ways. So, especially O'Hearn, man, I was impressed with the way she played that semifinals game. I could keep going on and on about that.
And once again, congratulations to Brady, who was literally the killer, and she's going on to K-State next year.
I actually don't know how many volleyball players are going on to the next level right now. I'll have to ask them that sometime. Ask the coach. I know there are a couple of softball players that are moving on. Yeah. Actually, that's a good question. I might have to bring that up to Coach Cagle soon and ask her how many there are.
Well, like I said, I know volleyball-wise, one of the most prestigious schools for women's volleyball, team volleyball, not beach volleyball, 2-on-2, but on the 9-on-9 is Nebraska. So, and I think K-State might be one of the better ones in the in Big 12. So, the fact that Brady's going to Kansas State is great.
I might look up the women's volleyball NCAA standings right now. Let's see what we got here. Women's volleyball NCAA rankings. There it is, D1 volleyball. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm seeing Nebraska at number 1.
Yep.
Texas is at number 2. Kentucky 3, Pittsburgh 4, Stanford is top 5. Let's see if I can find. I see Kansas. Kansas is 14. Right now, I don't see K-State on the top 25, but these could be out of. No, they're up to date. This is through the 19th.
That would explain why Brady got recruited, because K-State wants her and they don't want her going to Kansas or Nebraska.
That's pretty fair.
See how that works.
I knew Texas was really good in women's volleyball. I didn't know that. I thought Iowa was really good, but it might be Indiana. Indiana is ranked right now.
I think it was Indiana, but Nebraska is the one that they play at least one game a year, maybe 2 or 3 games a year, in the football stadium, and they sell it out. 90,000 people watch a volleyball match.
It's fun to watch volleyball, man. It really is.
As I said in the past, when I was in the 80s, the 84 LA games, I was a teenager, and one day it was on a Saturday afternoon when nothing was going on, and I got to watch the match, and it was really incredible. And like half the U.S. team was made up of the team from Pepperdine, which was like the #1 men's team at the time. So, it was really, really incredible. And I had played volleyball a little bit, in elementary school, and
Yeah.
and it's like a bunch of it was the equivalent of like t-ball
Right. PE volleyball matches.
yeah, just like it's like kids playing t-ball where everybody's missing it. It's just bunk. Nobody's getting a 3 across and all that. Nobody's really getting any rally. So seeing it played at that level, I was like, oh, that's what that game's supposed to look like.
It's fun. It really is fun. I had
fun.
a lot of fun calling it as well
Yeah.
at the high school level. So I have a memory like that too. I think I've said it before, so I'll say from going into it. But I did something I thought was cool in volleyball and went and bragged to a volleyball player. Got humbled pretty quick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a good memory. I do like that memory. Hey, later on this week, we've got high school football. Of course, they are still in season. Softball and volleyball are both officially done. But Bethany football is at home versus Ardmore, and Tuttle football is on the road at Blanchard. The Bethany game is senior night for the football kids.
Wow, this final home game of the year. They have a senior night.
Let's see. Next week, they're at Tecumseh,
Yeah.
then they're at Medill.
Yeah.
Then I think that's the end of the season.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and then it's on the playoffs, so it's that time.
Yep. Yeah, that's right, because Bethany opened at home this year. That's right. So,
Yeah, because
they had several home games right out of the gate, so that's why we're already at senior night.
Tuttle has their game at home on Halloween versus Chickasha, which I think is their senior night. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's that time of the year, man. I mean,
Yeah.
just got done with the senior night down in Texas. I had a good time, honestly. I saw way more people than I thought I would. So I've been graduated from high school for how long now?
Yeah.
I still actually knew people down there. Most of them obviously not students, but
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
COVID messed up the world, man. Everybody's like 2 or 3 years behind where they normally would be, simply because everybody got locked down for 2 years. So I got in a conversation with a few friends about that. It's like everybody's thinking, oh, that was only 15 years ago. No, wait, that was 18 and a half years ago. Oh.
Yeah, for real. I just got the breaking news posted by a guest we've had on the show. My good buddy Nick just sent that the Bucks wide receiver Emeka Egbuka will play tonight, despite a hamstring injury. Pre-game workout went well.
Okay.
He's been cleared.
He's been cleared. Let's hope he doesn't aggravate it.
That's good for Nick's fantasy team. I know that. Hey, we'll talk about some of the NFL games coming up and from last week on an upcoming segment. For now, we're going to send it to break. You're listening to The Game Plan on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk and watching on Facebook at the Gospel Station Sports and Talk as well. Just wrapped up our first segment. Congratulations again to Bethany softball and volleyball on successful seasons, and to all the players getting these awards and going on to the next level. I mean, it's thrown around a lot. Very few players actually get to go play at the next level specifically. So anytime you get to go do that, it really is a blessing, and we're proud of them. So let's send it to break. When we come back, segment number 2. Do it best at Evans Hardware. Since 1965, Evans Hardware has provided Midwest City with top-quality home improvement supplies and a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. At 1021 South Douglas Boulevard, Evans Hardware is family-owned and has the right products for every situation, including DIY projects, professional contracting, or quick fixes. Their satisfaction guarantee and quick turnarounds mean you'll always find what you need. So visit Evans Hardware in Midwest City.
Or call 405-732-1898. That's 405-732-1898.
Evans Hardware in Midwest City.
If you're hankering for some real Oklahoma barbecue, then get yourself on over to Earl's Rib Palace at 6816 Northwestern in Oklahoma City. They have the ribs, chicken, turkey, sides, and the cobblers that will send your taste buds on a hoot. No, you need catering or planning your tailgating, Earl's Rib Palace will get you set up. Dine in with friendly customer service or carry out. You're going to savor Earl's Rib Palace. I reckon I ought to give you their phone number. It's 405-843-9922. Making mouth-watering barbecue since 1996. Earl's Rib Palace. C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years, with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere, with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods.
This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you, because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there.
At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month, and yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
Tanko Mechanical, Electrical, and Plumbing is a commercial and industrial contractor. They offer end-to-end client experience that includes seamless communication, budgeting, staffing, on-site organization, and it's solid quality handiwork every time. The past projects include both new construction and repairs and restoration. Occupied and fully operational job sites are never a problem. They can also plan, manage, and build multi-phase jobs. We are a turnkey plumbing, electrical, HVAC, and mechanical contractor. Tanko Company, give them a call at 405-255-7804. Again, that's 405-255-7804. Tanko.
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here on The Game Plan on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. Thank you to everybody that's tuning in. Getting ready for segment number 2, where we're going to talk some college football here in this week. What is this, 7? Are we on week 7, Mike?
Yes.
Okay, good. I do know how to count.
Yes, it was week 7.
Good. Okay, week 7. Well, we've got some pretty big scores to go over, some pretty big finals. Penn State has lost again. They lost to Iowa. 25-24 was the final there. They have yet to beat, I think, a Power 5 team in their season. Kind of crazy for a team that was ranked preseason number 2 or whatever they were. Don't see that too often, Mike. You don't see that too often.
No. The decline for, like, last time I saw a legendary, iconic powerhouse school fall like that would have been OU in some of their bad years, and USC, a couple of their bad years, but they didn't fall off a cliff in one year. It took a couple of years for their programs to completely collapse all the way back to the ground to be rebuilt. But this thing with Penn State is just unreal.
That's a pretty good way of putting it. Unreal. I mean, I'm going to try and look up some of the news on ESPN right now just to see if I've missed anything being on the road and such. But let's see. I'm pretty sure there were some pretty big name firings going around. Is Napier gone?
Napier was the...
Okay, hold on. Let me look.
Yeah.
I think he might be. Fired. Here we go. See what a quick Google. Florida Gators fire coach Billy
Yes.
Napier after 4 seasons.
Okay, yeah, that happened yesterday.
Right.
In the middle of all the games.
Right. I thought I saw that. Gators are off to a 3-4 start. He's 22-23 over 4 seasons, and looking and trying to see his contract here, see how much they owe him. Of course, it's going to be. Here it is, roughly $21 million, with half of the buyout due within 30 days. So Napier's gone from Florida. Do you think? Do you think Belichick goes? Do you think any of these other names? Do you think Saban gets back into coaching? Florida said they'd want Saban.
No. Mrs. Saban has said yesterday on game day that nope. We're having too much fun. And so Saban's not going to be in it. I think the guy from Penn State is probably the number one candidate to get the gig. The guy coming to town on Saturday, his name is getting passed around everywhere for all these gigs for some crazy reason. I think they're thinking like a Jimmy Johnson situation because Ole Miss is not the perennial power of the SEC like, I think it was back in the day. And Jimmy had to go to Miami to become, a top flight, top 10 school, with recruiting and all that. So, but Lane Kiffin is not going to leave Ole Miss to go to Florida. Lane Kiffin will leave Ole Miss to go to Penn State, but not, and leave the conference, but no.
Speaking of Miami, since you brought them up, in that 24-21 loss they just had to Louisville, Carson Beck threw 4 interceptions.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is rough. They did not look very good that game. They had an 8-point fourth quarter. They were trying to make the comeback, but I think one of those interceptions happened pretty late as well, which kind of killed it. No good teams. Ohio State's the only good team. The rest of them, you can't say there's a single good team because they're all going to lose a bad game.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Either by mistakes, penalties at the wrong time, or injuries. In the case of OU, it was injury. We lost to Texas because of injury. I think if OU Texas played next week, I think OU would beat them. The way Batier's playing now.
All right, I'm looking up here. The Hurricanes' loss means the list of unbeaten FBS teams is now down to 10, who are all 6-0. Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, Georgia Tech, BYU, and Memphis, along with Navy and UNLV, who are unranked. So Indiana probably moving up number 2.
Indiana's two.
And then A&M will be right behind them with 3. Ole Miss probably 4. We'll see where Texas falls after their win. I guess Tech rounds out the top 6 or whatever they're going with. Have you seen a new ranking, by the way? Have they put those out already?
They posted it. They posted Sunday evening right around 7:00.
Okay, I'll do a quick Google search and try and find it on my end.
But, Ohio State was 1. Indiana was 2. Georgia was in the top 5. Miami dropped all the way like this, 7 or 8.
Okay, so Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Bama, Georgia, Oregon, Georgia Tech, Ole Miss, Miami, Vanderbilt, BYU, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Tech, Missouri, Virginia, Tennessee, USF, Louisville, LSU, Cincinnati, then Texas, Illinois, Arizona State, Michigan rounds out top 25. Okay, so Texas did not leap us. Good. Very good. I love that because, I've seen it in the past where, like, we beat this team. How are they ranked above us? That's how. That's how you beat Oklahoma, maybe luckily playing off an injured Mateer, and then you barely beat, like, I don't know, Kentucky or whoever they played, unranked team, and you still don't have the best-looking offense. That's how. That's how Texas fans. That's how right there. Just, I don't know, man. I'm back in that spot where I don't know what to think about college football. Because when you look at these scores again, I think 31-24 was LSU Vandy.
Yeah.
And then it's a really close one, 24-21, Miami and Louisville. And then it's 43-35. Kind of back out to a, was that 2-possession game?
Yeah.
Well, 2-point conversion, 1 possession. And then Tech and Arizona State are 26-22. They're right there. It's like it goes multiple possessions, it goes real close, and still upset after upset after upset. Now, maybe I'm just not remembering right, but I feel like it didn't always happen like this.
No, it didn't because the SEC used to go around and recruit, and they had their pay the players plan so fine-tuned that the SEC the NCAA couldn't touch them.
But wasn't this what people were afraid NIL would do, is kind of restructure that? And
Yes, and that's why Saban left, because he realized, oh, I can't stockpile my players anymore. Something happened to OU in the 80s.
But we're seeing all these upsets, and a lot of people are creating that to NIL, spreading talent around and not
Well, because that's what it is.
congregating.
NIL is spreading the talent around because the guys who are under Saban and under the other guys in the SEC, it was, and like the guys at Georgia or at Florida, it was you would come in and you were picked to play in Alabama. Well, you'd spend the first 2 years riding the bench, and then when the other guys, went to the NFL, you slid in behind them. Well, now because of NIL, you can go to OU, you can go to Vanderbilt, you can go to Ole Miss, you can go to Indiana, and you're going to get cash money, all above board legal to go to those schools. So and a lot of those schools, especially in the Big Ten, are good schools. So mom and daddy are happy because you're going to a good school and you're getting money, and you've suddenly raised the level of the team's talent because you're not down in the Southeast Conference riding the bench for 2 years. You're a sophomore. You're a defensive lineman who can rush the passer, and no offensive lineman in that conference can stop you.
Still, just a case for why I think NIL was a good thing.
Exactly, and I've said that it was completely unfair that the only college students who could not earn money while still in college were the athletes. That was a joke. The kids in the band could, the engineers could, the lawyers could, the kids in law school could. They can go do internships, and get paid at law firms. The business kids could take internships, but the college kids were the only ones who couldn't. I mean, the athletes were the only ones who couldn't do it.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
That's what I meant.
You're good. I was looking at more scores around here. Arizona State beat Texas Tech, so I guess our AP rankings were wrong there. How far?
Yeah.
How far did?
Well, Arizona State won the conference last year, so they're good. They're good.
I guess Tech, I didn't say was. Oh, they're 14th now. They did fall out of the top 10.
They fell.
I thought I still said they were top 10. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Fell 7 spots, whatever they did. So yeah,
they dropped.
Yeah, that's a nice little one. Georgia beat Ole Miss, which was not like an unranked beating a ranked team right there. I mean, we all know Georgia's good. Stockton threw for 4 touchdowns and almost 300 yards. Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah. But as far as like big games go, OU did what they needed to do.
Yeah.
Right, 26-7. Mateer only had 150 yards and a touchdown, but they had Blaylock going on the ground a little better.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I was a little. That was the key headline. It was under the ticker all afternoon and evening. Saturday night was, OU beats, OU wins, and then underneath the score was, Mateer only 150 yards. Well, that's because they didn't need him.
Yeah, we did run the ball.
We ran the ball a lot. They were able to run the ball a lot, especially in the second half. And that's what we needed to focus on, was running the ball a lot to get the running game going, because we're going to need it the rest of the way.
Blaylock and Robinson both had a touchdown, which was really nice. 160 yards combined between the two of them.
Yeah. One had 120, the other one had the remainder, which was 55, 50, something like that.
Yeah, close, pretty close. No, I was very happy with that OU game. Just saying, okay, they got the safety in the fourth quarter, which was pretty funny.
He had the pooch kick, which was something Switzer used to have Joe Washington do back in the day. I don't remember seeing it, but my father would always when he'd watch games, with the family, with the relatives and all that, he said he'd always loved that because they'd be standing back there, and then the OU quarterback would kind of slide over a little bit, and suddenly the ball would be hiked to Joe Washington, and Joe Washington just boop, and it goes 40 yards down the field. And that pooch kick, the way the guy, the OU player got it, the TV didn't do it justice. I was actually driving. I was almost at home, and I heard the play on the radio broadcast. He jumped up, so the OU player ran down there to try down the ball. He was actually in the end zone. He jumped and hit the ball, so it landed. Grabbed the ball, and he landed in the green. So probably by an inch or two. He avoided the touchback, which then the next play led to the safety.
Yeah. Impressive. OU's next game is in Knoxville, Tennessee.
No. They're playing Ole Miss. They play Ole Miss this weekend.
November 1st. What day is today? 20th?
20th. They play Ole Miss at 11 o'clock.
Oklahoma football. Just double check things. Yeah, I mean, you're right. 25th, 11 a.m. at home, and then it's Tennessee on the 1st.
Yeah.
Because I still don't know what day it is, apparently.
Yes, it's Ole Miss, the 25th at 11 o'clock. Oklahoma, Tennessee, what time that will be depend on what happens this coming weekend. And then they get a bye. And then they play Alabama on the 15th. Then they play Missouri on the 22nd. And then Thanksgiving weekend, they play LSU.
Dude, I'm so tired. I got no idea what's going on. Let's go to break. We're at the halfway point of the show. I got to get back in the groove here and figure out what else going on because I don't know anything at this point. That was a long weekend.
John Campbell is your local health market agent that specializes in Medicare. Instead of talking through an 800 number, talk face-to-face with your local agent, John Campbell, to answer all your questions and find the company that best fits your needs. John Campbell Health Market serves Yukon, Bethany, and the surrounding area and will travel across the state of Oklahoma to meet with you. Call John Campbell Health Markets at 405-200-8414. Call 405-200-8414.
Do it best at Evans Hardware. Since 1965, Evans Hardware has provided Midwest City with top-quality home improvement supplies and a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. At 1021 South Douglas Boulevard, Evans Hardware is family-owned and has the right products for every situation, including DIY projects, professional contracting, or quick fixes. Their satisfaction guarantee and quick turnarounds mean you'll always find what you need. So visit Evans Hardware in Midwest City or call 405-732-1898. That's 405-732-1898. Evans Hardware in Midwest City.
Grandview Windows and Doors is a proud sponsor of the Bethany Broncos and a part of the community serving all of Oklahoma City area with a mission to provide our customers exceptional window and door solutions. Locally owned and operated, Grandview Windows and Doors is your window and door specialist. Drop on by our showroom to get the latest color, styles, and special pricing just in time for the fall. Call 405-787-0230 and visit us on Facebook, Grandview Windows and Doors.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned full-service licensed and bonded plumbing company proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley Service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Riley, owner here at Victory Mattress Outlet, and my job is to help individuals get a quality night's sleep on our name brand mattresses for prices they can't afford. I have a great offer for you right now. If you go to this website, victorymattressoutlet.com/win, WIN, fill that form out, and you got a free coupon for a buy one mattress, get one 50% off. We look forward to seeing you. Have a great day.
Now open at 5801 West Britton Road. It's Himador Mexican Grill. Order at Himador Mexican Grill and be treated to a spacious dining area, friendly staff, and delicious Mexican dishes. Fajitas, quesadillas, seafood, vegetarian meals, they've got it all at Himador Mexican Grill, 5801 West Britain Road. With different lunch and dinner specials every day and great prices, Himador Mexican Grill is the place to be. They open at 11 a.m. every day and come by starting August 30th to get some drinks at the brand new bar. The people love Himador Mexican Grill, and you will too. Call 405-367-7274 or email himadorgrill5801@gmail.com to reserve your table. Himador Mexican Grill is eager to serve you. 5801 West Britain Road. And call 405-367-7274.
When technology has you screaming at the office, call Simplify Tech Solutions at 405-981-1011. Located at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, Simplify Tech Solutions features IT management, business phone systems, manages Wi-Fi, and offers repair and support. Simplify your Wi-Fi before the emotional breakdown by calling Simplify Tech Solutions. Locally owned and operated at 405-981-1011. 405-981-1011. Simplify Tech Solutions.
Hey, welcome back to the Game Plan here on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. Coming out of the halftime break, we're ready for the second half of the show. Congratulations to the starting second baseman for the Lady Broncos softball team, Madison McNutt. She is an honorable mention to 2025 All-District softball team. Joins Emma Geisler and Berkeley Johnson in that honorific there. So congratulations again to McNutt. That's pretty cool. And I'll keep keeping an eye on this so we see what happens. But all right, well, here in this second segment, again, you're listening to the Game Plan here on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk, online and on the Facebook. Thank you to everybody that's been tuning in. It's been a long weekend, but we're ready for another week of shows. And now we're going to talk about some stuff that I did keep up with a little bit better, coming on to some NFL and MLB discussion. We're going to have a guest come on for this second half of the show. Mike, you'll have to let me know when he's in. Okay. Let's start with the MLB, because I feel like there's more to talk about in the NFL just overall.
Yeah.
The MLB Championship Series,
yeah,
they're done. The Dodgers swept Milwaukee.
They played earlier today?
No,
you're right. Dodgers swept. That's right. I'm thinking of the ALCS. That's tonight.
I was about to say, sorry, I should have specified. That's on me. That's on me. That championship series is done. There you go. Yeah. So NL is done. Swept. Dodgers win. Yeah. Ohtani, obviously the storyline of Game 4. I mean, we talked about it for a second.
Yeah. Ohtani broke his slump.
6 scoreless innings on the mound.
Yes.
10 strikeouts.
Yes.
3 home runs.
Yes.
And I think he's the only player to ever do that.
Yes, he is.
By a long shot?
By a long shot. He was throwing 100 miles an hour heat during those 6 scoreless innings.
Here we go. 3rd player ever to hit 3 homers in a game in which he was the starting pitcher. Only person since 1906 to reach double digits in both total bases and strikeouts. And I'm reading from a Fox Sports article. Okay. There are 3 main components of baseball: pitching, hitting, and fielding. Ohtani pitched for 2/3 of the game and allowed the fewest runs possible. He had 4 opportunities at the plate and did the best possible thing in 3 of them. The other was a walk. He didn't even get out. Yeah. It would have been hard for him to do any better unless he pitched more innings or maybe played in the outfield and robbed a couple of homers. Yep. Which, honestly, I've never been one for the Dodgers or the Glaze there, but sometimes you got to give it up to historic performance. That was the definition of historic. And no one does that.
Was it the 2nd home run or the 3rd home run that left the stadium?
I think it was the 2nd. Then
second. It left the stadium, which is hard to do at the Dodger Stadium because it's not a bandbox like Wrigley Field where they always are over there in Giants, and when they always hit them in McCovey Cove. No, that is seriously hard to do in Dodger Stadium. So
it's so crazy. No one else does that in history. No one.
No one.
It's crazy that we're getting to just watch that career. Again, I am not a Dodgers fan. I'm not a Shohei fan. But at some point, you got to be able to say, okay, that's pretty impressive, and that was pretty impressive. Now, do I hope they win the World Series? No. I hope, honestly, at this point, I hope Seattle goes in and beats them. Seattle, like you said, plays tonight at 7:10. There, it's a 3-3 series there, so this one decides it. It looks like they have Kirby on the mound, and the Jays have Bieber, whatever. Shane Bieber.
Yeah. I will say one last thing, and of course nobody knows this because it was not the most popular version. But you know the meme that goes around that says the Simpsons did it first?
Yeah.
The Simpsons predicted the future. Star Trek Deep Space Nine predicted Shohei Ohtani.
Okay, this one's going over my head. You have to explain.
But in Deep Space Nine, it was revealed in the pilot episode, the very first one, which is available on Paramount Plus, as well as you that have it. You can go back and look at this. They talk about Cisco, the commander of the space station, who later became a captain, received rank captain, was a baseball fan. And baseball had died, so it's not around anymore. So the only way you can see baseball is you have to go into the do the holograms. And he talks about his favorite player, which was a Japanese player named Bokai, who in their world broke DiMaggio's record for consecutive hits. And that was the big thing. And he was the greatest ball player of all time before the world ended, which is what they talk about in First Contact. So I'm sitting here and I'm watching what he was doing, and I'm saying, and being a big Star Trek fan I am, since the time I was 3 years old, my mother sat me in front of the TV and I watched it the first time, I'm thinking, they predicted it. It's just, and he doesn't shock me. And have you ever seen how tall he is? He's like NBA tall. He's like what? He's almost as tall as Judge, right?
I have no idea.
And he's like 6'5" as well. So yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and Judge is very, very tall.
Yeah.
You're right there. Hey, our guest has joined the show. He's in the Zoom call. So say hello to Matthew Shepard joining us for this second half. Matthew, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah, we were just talking about the wrap-up of the NL Championship Series and all of what Shohei was doing over there, pretty much single-handedly defeating the Yankees. Do you have any quick thoughts on Shohei's performance?
Man, 10 strikeouts, 3 home runs, and 6 innings pitched is absolutely insane. And it's even more crazy to think about that it happened in the championship series of the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, bright, shine lightest, or what?
When the lights are when the lights are the brightest.
The lights were the brightest, and Shohei stepped up. Yeah, that's
broke
pretty.
out of a slump, man.
Okay, Matthew, I got to tell you this because I was reading a Fox Sports article, and it was comparing Shohei's performance to other great moments in sports history. One thing that's mentioned, Bill Russell, 30 points, 40 rebounds in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Mm-hmm. Another one.
That's a good comparison, too.
Another one, Colin Kaepernick, 263 yards in the air and 181 on the ground in the 2013 playoffs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Both Lamar and Mahomes surpassing 500 yards passing and running in a single game.
Wow.
And here's one more here. The reverse, a great running back who also throws is less common. Darren McFadden, 2-time Heisman Trophy finalist at Arkansas, once tied an SEC record with 321 yards rushing in a game and also threw a TD pass that very night.
Yes. Another comparison that I can think of is, and it wasn't a single individual's performance, but when Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes played each other in college, when Mahomes was at Texas Tech and Baker was at Oklahoma, and they went off for like 1,300 combined passing yards.
The one where Mahomes had like 60 attempts.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, and Baker won it at the end.
Yes.
It was the last team holding the ball when the clock ran out won, and it was Baker.
Okay, I think at that point we're getting a little bit out there with the comparisons, because when you say that, it's like, yeah, imagine if Shohei was playing football, he would be both of those teams at once.
Yeah.
That's okay. I think we're getting a little bit out there on that one. But no, I mean, that's history. That's literally history. We witnessed something that's going to be talked about for years and years and years. And maybe they'll have holograms of it for the aliens to find at some point.
Exactly. That's what it was like. It was completely unreal.
So before we go to break, and I'll ask you both this: whoever wins tonight, Seattle or Toronto, how do you think they match up to LA?
I definitely think Seattle has the better pitching over LA. But that Toronto lineup, they can do some damage.
Yeah. I think Toronto is the bigger threat to the Dodgers because of the pitching. I mean, sorry, because of the hitting. Sorry, because of the hitting. Unfortunately, what has happened in this postseason since September 1st. So, as we final month of the season going into the postseason, the only thing that was beating the Dodgers were themselves. And do they go into another mini slump here in the World Series against whoever wins tonight? If that happens, then they'll lose. But I hope it's fun at least. Hope it's fun.
I don't know. Seattle's pitching had kind of struggled with Toronto in the past 3 games they played. Toronto has 11 hits, then 7 hits, then 11 hits in all the games they've won, tying this thing back up. At this point, I don't know if the Mariners match up that well to the Dodgers. Now, I mean, I misspoke a little bit there. Toronto, when the one they had 7, did lose that game, but still 7 hits is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't know how confident I am in either of the AL teams to be able to take one over the Dodgers the way LA is playing right now. And I mean, you guys, I think, are exactly right with the pitching and the bullpen, especially. Yeah. But you got to get to the bullpen in striking distance. And it's hard to do against a lineup like what LA has with Freddie and Mookie and Shohei, and then the list just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
I don't know. So before we go to break, Matthew, do you think it's the Mariners or the Jays tonight taking home the series?
I think the Blue Jays win it in a tight one. I think it'll be something like 8-7, 6-5, something like that.
I could see that.
But I think the Blue Jays come out on top.
I could definitely see that. The Jays, again, are throwing Shane Bieber 1-0 in the playoffs, 4.15 ERA, I think it is right now, 10 strikeouts. So both teams are going to have their starting pitching here.
Now, who's starting with Seattle?
Kirby.
And what's his ERA?
7.07.
Ugh.
Again, that is just playoffs right now. So I don't know. I'll be tuning in.
Yep.
I will be tuning in. No matter what happens, who moves on. But either way, the Dodgers are going to be in the championship. We just await which AL team will represent that side of the league. Listen to break here on the Gospel Station, Sports and the Talk. This is the Game Plan. Luke Young, Mike Gannon, and now Matthew Shepard.
Lilygrass Flowers and Decor is rooted in rich history dating back to 1979 in the precious memory of Flowers by Roy. Alicia Rankins and staff have carried the commitment to only offer the finest, unique floral arrangements with same-day delivery locally and nationally. What you envision, we make reality at Lilygrass Flowers and Decor, 7101 Northwest Expressway. Call Lilygrass Flowers and Decor at 721-1813 and begin a new memory.
Learn about nursing and long-term care at CNA Training Academy, 7463 Northwest 23rd Street. Mary Chukwuma offers affordable, useful, and flexible classes every day that will teach you the foundations of medical care. Mary Chukwuma has been teaching her class for 18 years and is eager to teach you. Understand vital signs, train for and be hired as a PCA, and learn about caring for patients in nursing homes, hospitals, assisted living situations, and more at CNA Training Academy. Call 405-315-1357 and ask about financial qualifications. CNA Training Academy is open to all ages and has classes on the weekend and in the evenings as well. Call CNA now, 405-315-1357, and join classes of people learning about nursing and inspiring each other daily. Come visit us at Raspado's Hawaiian Shaved Ice, 4571 Northwest 23rd Street. We're open year-round, 7 days a week, so come try our delicious crepes, smoothies, and churros. Raspado's Hawaiian Shaved Ice, 405-225-1000. We also serve burgers, tacos, and more. 4571 Northwest 23rd Street. Also on Facebook, Raspado's OKC. That's Raspado's OKC, 405-225-1000.
We are Integrity Heating, Air, and Plumbing, in business for over 40 years. We've provided top-notch service for every company and residential home in the area. Let's take a look inside and let you meet some people.
Hey Blaine, good morning. Here we have a part of our call center. This is Tina, that's Gabby, that's our general manager BJ. Our office hours are from 7:30 to 7:30, Monday through Friday, and we do heating and air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical. Give us a call. We always have specials. Our number one priority is your family, constant comfort, and convenience. We offer 24-hour service.
And in order for us to do that, we fully stock everything here at our warehouse. Whether it's commercial or residential, we offer plumbing, heating and air, and electrical full services. All of our guys are licensed, we're bonded and insured.
Here at Integrity, we offer senior discounts, military discounts, and public service discounts.
You worked hard for us, so let us work hard for you.
Yeah, go Broncos.
Got hair that needs some cutting? Head on down to Fresh Clips at 5915 Southwest 3rd Street. Fresh Clips can take care of everyone, young or old, and they offer beard trims, color treatments, wax and shampoo services, not to mention their senior discounts. Don't take your head anywhere else. Call Fresh Clips at 405-506-0956 and visit them at 5915 Southwest 3rd Street. Step up to the next level at Coyote Pond, home with a $20 FFL transfer. Coyote Pond at 5804 Northwest 63rd and MacArthur makes the difference in customer service with a selection of just about everything with top dollar loans and rock bottom prices. Locally owned and operated, Coyote Pond is the destination headquarters for Bethany, Yukon, and Oklahoma City, and the home of the $20 FFL transfers. Call 405-470-7999 or go to coyotepond.com. That's 405-470-7999 and coyotepond.com. Hey, welcome back to the Game Plan. We're here on the final segment of the show. EPH 511 on right after this. Thank you to everybody that's been listening, whether you're on the online stream, gospelstation.com, Sports and Talk, or on the Facebook, Gospel Station Sports and Talk there as well. Want to thank you. Hey, LSU Shreveport and the LSU Tigers both visited the White House today. They gifted the President of the United States custom jerseys. And I gotta wonder, why the number 47, do you think?
Reason why 47?
Yeah, why number 47?
He's the 47th president of the United States.
Oh, that makes sense. Shows you how much I keep up with all of that.
I want to let that one go. I want to let that one go.
Okay, well, hey, coming back on this segment, we're actually here to talk about some football. We're going to round things out with this one. Bunch of games, a bunch of news. Matthew, first off, let's start with the good, then go to the bad, then finish with the good, I think. Drake May and Mike Vrabel have led the Patriots to 3 straight road games. Wait. Let me rephrase this. Just won 3 straight road games 3 weeks in a row. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick never accomplished that. The Pats beat the Bills, the Saints, and the Titans all on the road. Is Drake May that guy? New dynasty in New England?
I think Drake May is doing a fantastic job up in New England, even without the star power that other teams have, like Dallas and the Bengals with Jamar Chase and the Vikings with Justin Jefferson. I think Drake May is doing his thing up there despite the lack of superstardom around him.
He's got a good coach, clearly. They have figured something out there, but, Matthew, you know Nick was very high on Drake May coming into this season. It looks like his prediction for the kid is going to turn out true.
Yes.
Yeah, something's going right there, right? The Pats are back on top of that division too. By the way, just past the Bills. Let's go to some of the bad here. Unfortunately, midway through the fourth quarter, Dolphins quarterback Quinn Ewers has replaced Tua Tagovailoa. That was in their 31-6 loss or 33-6 loss, whatever it was, to Cleveland. Is Tua's time in Miami done? Is McDaniel's time in Miami done? I think the latter is true. I don't know what they do with Tua. They will probably just look for a trade somewhere.
I definitely agree with you that McDaniels is probably out of a coaching job here in the next couple weeks, unless they turn things around. But I don't see him starting next season as the Dolphins head coach. And then as for Tua, I don't know. He has a lot of stuff to figure out. He has his issues staying on the field, staying healthy, but I don't know. I think Tua could maybe turn things around, but I don't know how the front office of the Miami Dolphins really want to get rid of Tua in the middle of the season.
Yeah, that's how I kind of approach it too, because they still have Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Like, we just saw what Daniel Jones is doing with a new team. Like, he's definitely still got something there. It's just how Miami approaches it.
I'm with you. I think Tua stays through the end of the year. I think the coach is gone before the end of the year. They got to play the Falcons this coming Sunday. Then they have the Thursday. Then they have a short turnaround. They play the Ravens on Thursday night. Then they play the Bills, the Commanders, the Saints. Then they get their bye. So, and then they play the Saints, Dolphins. The Jets, the Steelers, the Bengals, the Buccaneers. And they close out the year with the Buccaneers and the Patriots. So, I think Tua is gone as well. I think Tua's gone after this season. Getting somebody to absorb that contract is going to be the issue, though.
Let's end off with some of the good here. Matthew, Dallas just won big over divisional rival Washington, 44-22. Dak Prescott still looking like the front runner for MVP. What were your thoughts after that game?
Man, Dak was balling out yesterday. I didn't get to watch the first quarter, but from what I saw, he looked like his rookie year form.
I think this guy has it locked up, frankly.
I think it's between him and Baker. I think it's going to be between him and Baker, and it's just going to be who's going to put up the better numbers down in November, December.
Let's see here. The other thing I was going to mention about that, Matthew, and I wanted to hear your thoughts on this. Dak Prescott is the 6th player in all of NFL history to have 10-plus games it's 40-plus games of throwing 3 touchdowns and no interceptions in his first 10 seasons. And that's a list that has, like, Brett Favre on it and, like, really legendary quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean 4 games in a row of that stat is honestly kind of insane, because yes, he lost to the Bears, yes, he lost to the Panthers, but he didn't look bad in those games. He looked like an MVP quarterback.
See, I think the same thing.
Yep.
I think he has really hit that next level here. It was just crazy to say after some of the past years, people have been writing him off for a long time.
And he lost 2 years to injury. Remember he broke his ankle, and that was early in the season. The first season without Garrett, and then last year he got hurt week 3, week 4, so he was out the rest of the season as well. So he's 2 years behind. There is precedent for QBs that have been middle of the road, slightly above average, suddenly popping late in their career in their 30s once they've been around the league a long time. And 10,000, what they now call 10,000 hours. You just get enough experience, you see enough defenses, you start picking up on tendencies, and you're just playing lights out.
Last thing here, Matthew, what are your thoughts on extending George Pickens, Brandon Aubrey, and Javonte Williams?
I absolutely agree with George Pickens and Brandon Aubrey. I know there are tons and tons of good running backs out there. So if we don't extend Javonte Williams, I think the Cowboys offense will be all right. Plus, we also have Jaden Blue coming up through the system, and there's some really good running backs in next year's draft class that could also make a difference.
I know I personally would prefer we spent draft picks on the defense at this point, but I could see this future playing out as well. As long as we keep Pickens and Aubrey around, I'll be happy. But we've run out of time here on this episode of the Game Plan. Matthew, thank you for coming on. I know your time was short, so we'll have to get you on another episode, my friend.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Mike, thank you as well. We're wrapping up here. EPH 511 on right after this. For Luke Young, Mike Gannon, and Matthew Shepard here on this episode. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. God bless.